Alrighty, hello and welcome to Spooky Scary Month. We're going to be doing Outlast on normal difficulty because I am in fact a pussy. So Outlast contains intense violence, gore, graphic sexual content, and strong language. Please enjoy. You're Miles Upshur, an investigative reporter whose ambition is about to earn him an intimate tour of hell on Earth. Always willing to risk digging into the stories no other journalist would dare investigate, you will seek out the dark secret at the heart of Mount Massive Asylum. Stay alive as long as you can, record everything. You are not a fighter. To navigate the horrors of Mount Massive and expose the truth, your only choices are to run, hide, or die. Alright. Starting a new save. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this. If you do, leave a like and hopefully subscribe. Gonna be playing through the whole Outlast series this month. Starting with one the way the developers pretty much intended. But yeah, and if you do enjoy watching these games and you haven't already, check out their comic books. This isn't sponsored or anything because I don't have sponsorships except for myself. But their comics do add to the story and they really help connect the games together. Because if you've been really big fans of the series, then you'll know the first two games don't exactly fit together. I mean, obviously the DLC for the first one fits in just fine, but the second one kinda doesn't. Until you read the comics. It also gives you some more information on some of the characters we're about to meet. You don't know me, have to make this quick, they might be monitoring. They were monitoring. I did 2 weeks of software consult at Murkoff Psychiatric Systems facilities in Mount Massive. All sorts of NDAs I'm very much breaking right now, but seriously, fuck those guys. Terrible things happening there, don't understand it. Don't believe half the things I saw. Doctors talking about dream therapy going too deep, finding something that had been waiting for them in the mountain. People are being hurt and Murkoff is making money. It needs to be exposed. That it does. Dude, I forgot the name of. Wayland Park. Wayland Park sent that. That's almost my camera. Well, my borrowed camera. Miles Upshur. Alright. We know how the cameras work. Let's get it. Spooky. Spooky scary. Notes. Documents. Oh. And I'm locked in. Even if I could leave that way, I get locked in somewhere on that side of the building anyway. Go. I didn't even have to be close to that door. Alright. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ooh. Spooky. And these are not, in fact, SWAT cars. These are people for hire. So these people are actually part of Murkoff, and they came in to try to sort things out, and they really couldn't. Because Murkoff doesn't know what they're dealing with. And they shouldn't be messing in things they don't know. Just as a minor lesson for everyone in this world, don't mess with things that you don't know too well. Because you never know when something like this might happen. That's why you don't mess around with ghosts. It's also why, I don't know, you don't mess around with things that aren't part of your understanding. How do I run? That's crouch. That's jump. Is it a bumper? It's gonna be a bumper, isn't it? It is. Oh, I'm gonna get got just as a fair heads up. This isn't my kind of game. Oh, lovely. Right stick. Back off. Open the goddamn door, dude. Honestly, if I broke into a place that had SWAT vehicle type things out front and then saw bullets here and nobody alive, you'd really think I'd jump back out that window. Yep. Oh, this game. This game spooks me so hard. It hurts. I have played through a little bit of this before, so I am going to be checking a lot of different places for a lot of different things that I already know where are. Like documents. Patient initials WPH Billy. Consultation 2012-10-14. Initial date of patient consult 2009. Patient age 19, gender male, and observing physician is Dr. Carl Houston. Patient claims to have progressed to self-directed lucid dream states, which can really help you if you have lots of sleeping problems. Morphogenic engine activity observed at unprecedented scale, continuing stage 4 hormone schedule. And that's their spoopy thing that they should not have touched. Spirometry reveals no bronchial accumulation, which means he's not choking on his own blood. Hematocrit centrifuge again failed to separate erythrocytes. Highly worrisome. I think that's part of the spoopy stuff that they messed with. MRI revealed arrhythmic REM, non-REM cycle, laughter in non-REM sleep, which is kind of creepy. Interview notes. Billy asked about the status of his mother's lawsuit against Murkoff and the asylum. This represents a catastrophic breach in security, despite Billy's claims that he discovered the truth in the blood dreams of Dr. Traeger. Note, the only Traeger on company records, one Richard Traeger, is an executive for MRD. All orderlies and security personnel must be questioned and video security improved to include analytical biometrics. So, this kind of points out where they're going wrong, because if they understood what they're messing with, they would understand that he can telepathically kind of read into other people who are just as messed up as him. Like, anyone who's come into contact with the experiment they're doing, they're all kind of, like, contaminated. It's like if you go into a contaminated zone and start touching stuff, you get the stuff. And it shows in the comics that Richard Traeger is, well, the comics and the notes, that Richard Traeger is really sort of like their cleanup crew for, like, getting away with stuff. So, like, if someone joins the program and it doesn't go well, he kind of cleans it up. He starts cutting corners where they don't really need to be cut, and eventually oversteps his bounds. And ends up becoming a patient. God, I hate that. I'm not one for horror, so... And yet, I just can't stay away. For some reason, this has always been my comfort game. Them some white teeth. Actually, no, that's the inside of your mouth that's glowing. Your teeth are black. So, story-wise, he's supposed to go back and try to get out and discover that the guy who broke into that room that was in the bathroom actually locked the door behind him when he slammed it. Yeah, I'll see you in a second. It'd have been spookier if they'd had like a door here that kind of like shook as you walk past and then slammed open. I mean, I really don't have a calling. You're making stuff up because you don't know what's real. This is a really well done game. Even on Xbox, like I know on PC it looks like transcendent compared to this, but it's still good. Alright, in the matter of the seizure of Mount Massive Psychiatric Center, Murkoff Psychiatric Systems, Mount Massive Wilderness Area, Country Road 112. I think Murkoff is a corporation that might be connected to the government, but I'm not entirely sure. Affidavits have been made before the board of directors by Murkoff Hardline Security, which is just owned by the whole corporation too, who has reason to believe catastrophic security failure of psychiatric center with imminent danger of environment contamination. We are satisfied that the affidavits and testimony establish sufficient evidence to require urgent action on the part of MHS and grounds for the issuance of this warrant. You are hereby required to grant MHS full access to all facilities and surrender complete authority to its agents. By acceptance of this document, you and any surviving relatives surrender all claims of litigation against the Murkoff Corps or its subsidiaries for the actions of MHS or the circumstances which required their actions regardless of responsibility. So basically, they knew that this whole place was going to go to crap. And I think the doctors here were fighting it. Like, they were like, oh no, we got this. And, well, they didn't. And the tactical cops sure as heck didn't either. I don't think there's much of anything in this room, except I might find a battery? I don't know. Nothing on this side. But, oh ho ho, a document. Murkoff Psychiatric Systems, Project Wall Rider, Mount Massive, Colorado, case number 136. Patient initials, CLW, Walker. Consultation dated 2013, May 28th. Initial date of patient consult, 2011. Patient age 32. Gender, male, observing physician, Dr. Rudolph Wernicke. Notation by Dr. Walsh. Morphogenic engine activity plateaued at roughly 2000 ppm, unsafe to progress beyond stage 3 hormone schedule. Which means that he did not, he wasn't nearly as good of a subject as Billy. Billy is like their Jesus. In more ways than we can probably count. But Chris, however, was not. That's the actual name, is Chris Walker. One of the comics actually goes over him, and he was actually in charge of, I think, security at Mount Massive for a minute. And he kind of went crazy and started killing people, and so they put him in the program, because that's what they do instead of firing people or turning them over to the cops. Spirometry revealed light to medium bronchial accumulation, MRI scans consistent with patients' reported dreams. Walker was interviewed in restraints following his self-inflicted mutilations. Restraint have had to be altered to accommodate his enormous size, because he is a brick wall. Extensive dermal eruptions are as consistent with failed morphogenic engine cellular activity, which is what makes all freaks look like freaks. He claims the skin ripped from his forehead allows for a truer way of seeing. Seems to have some boyhood experience with tuatara lizards and their parietal eyes. He has expressed anxiety about his flesh, specifically around his lips and nose. Attending orderlies should be advised to watch for further self-mutilation, in which he chews off his lips, and I think ripped at his nose. The mental traumas he sustained while serving in Afghanistan seem to be retarding progression of the ME process. His predominant fixation, amplified by therapy, is a magic exaggeration of military security protocol. A continuation of both chemical and physical restraints is highly recommended. So the thing that he does is he likes to rip off heads. And in the comics, what he did was he would rip off their heads and keep them in coolers. And the coolers he set up in his house in a way that they created a border around him. It was a security perimeter to keep him safe. And the fourth head that he collected, they almost stopped him. I think they did stop him, and they framed the man that he was going to kill for all of it. Because, again, it's Murkoff. What else are they going to do? But what happened is his PTSD went really far, and he couldn't really handle some of the conversations that he had to listen in on, because he was listening in on the patients talking to the therapist. He was the only one who had access to the cameras. The only other people who were part of those therapy sessions were the patients and the doctor. And the patients were coming up dead, and the doctor was just fine. And they figured out who it was, but yeah, when they got here, his famous line actually comes from the little pig stuffed animal that he has. He got freaked out because one of the people was touching it, and he couldn't handle that. Oh boy. Oh, I wish I could fight back at least. At least then my adrenaline would be used. Shoo. Go watch TV with your friends. Have them babysit you. Nobody needs that. Blood. But yeah, the comics were actually, honestly, better than some of the game elements. I don't know. And they're all free. Free unless you want a physical copy. Which I love. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Haha. We'll see you later. Oh. So we gotta run? Oh. You can't... Do people actually play with, like, both fingers on the... Okay, I can't play like that. Witness. Note. I'm already beat all to hell, picking broken glass out of my scalp, couple cracked ribs, nearly killed by a deformed giant. Looks like somebody tried to start his head with a cheese grater. Yeah. He throws me through a wall, knocks me unconscious. I wake up in some doughy old man with a face like an alcoholic kitty fiddler and a homemade priest outfit calls me his apostle. Not a job I asked for. There are words scrawled in blood everywhere. I'm getting an ugly feeling in my gut that the priest is writing them, and for my benefit. Though what benefit that is, we may never know. Oh god, I didn't even notice that that head was there. I just thought it was like the Zelda hand reaching out of the toilet, and no, there's a head. Oh yeah, and if the warning wasn't enough, and like you haven't seen enough, this is gonna be a graphic game. this is where it gets spooky. Alright, I watched someone play this game, and that door closed. It closes on its own when they grab the battery. See? But, like, there was no one out there, and there's not gonna be anyone out there when I get out there. It just... pointless adrenaline again. See? No one. The only person we've even seen in this hall is guy in here, but he has some interesting stuff to say. None of them chose it. One of the things about having a mental illness a lot of the time is that when you get declared with mental illness, you have a tendency to lose all ability to legally fight for yourself. Project Walrider on-site inspection. Dear sirs, the full report pending. No immediate action is required on the part of the Murkoff Corporation. The profit potential of Project Walrider remains staggeringly high. The 4 fatalities contain enough ambiguous data to make any litigation, if evidence is correctly managed, impossible. Which I think just means that the families can't sue them for the people dying. The Project Walrider remains a dangerous initiative, and there will almost certainly be further casualties. As with the others, however, family and government interest in the patients is so low as to make any chance of legal actions vanishingly unlikely. Violence among patients is increasing as the morphogenic engine therapy gets closer to producing working models. But a combination of physical and chemical restraints has proven sufficiently effective to assure continued control and profit. I don't even know why they made that a second page. Shrink the text. It'll fit. Who are you? Alright, well, let's get into the security room. Nobody lies. Well, they all lie. Alright, let's, open the door, I guess. Talk about timing, though. Like, how did he know that that would happen? Right? Like, how did he know that the camera would flip? Alright. Yep. And it's the brick wall himself. The big fucker stalking me found a patient file for Chris Walker, ex-military police, several tours in Afghanistan. A lot of blood in this place is on his hands, but not all of it. Actually, not most of it, if we're being real, because it is in no way his fault that any of this happened. Fun speedrun tactic if you're brave. Jump out right there and just zip past him. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna let the guy at the end of the hallway who knew Chris Walker was coming for him get got. Because, you know what? Life or death situation, sometimes other people gotta die. I like that he has his own music sound, though. Here we go. Oh yeah, I don't have to close it. I know I'm safe, but I just... pent up adrenaline and nowhere to go with it, man. Alright, a document. MK Ultra Program, CIA document number whatever. Part 1 excerpt. 2 file. Subject hypnotic experimentation and research, February 10th, 1954. So MK Ultra was a CIA program that was in fact real, where they were hypnotizing people while they were asleep through radio waves, maybe, or something. I don't know. Probably radio waves, because I was big. And they got found out and messed with all the people, and I don't think they actually got in trouble for any of it. But on Wednesday, the 10th of February, 1954, hypnotic experimentation research work was continued in Building 13 of the Mount Massive Preserve in Colorado using the following subjects. Material abridged. A post-hypnotic of the night before, pointed finger, you will sleep, was enacted. Mrs. Jackson and Pierce immediately progressed to a deep hypnotic state with no further suggestion. Miss Pierce was then instructed, having previously expressed a fear of firearms in any fashion, that she would use every method at her disposal to awaken Miss Jackson, now in a deep hypnotic sleep. And failing this, she would pick up a nearby pistol and fire it at Miss Jackson. She was instructed that her rage would be so great that she would not hesitate to kill Jackson for failing to awaken. Miss Pierce carried out these suggestions to the letter, including firing the unloaded pneumatic pistol at Jackson, and then proceeding to fall into a deep sleep. After proper suggestions were made, both were awakened and expressed complete amnesia for the entire sequence. Miss Pierce was again handed the gun, which she refused in an awakened state to pick up or accept from the operator. She expressed absolute denial that the foregoing sequence had happened. That's one of the things with hypnosis. I personally would never do hypnosis because you don't really know what's going to happen. Anything could happen. You also don't know what you would be willing to do. You don't know how many of your things that you do are actually, based on not something in your brain, but something that's just fully in your personality. And you don't know about it until you do it. And then it's not even you that gets to live with those memories. It's whoever the audience was. Although it can help with some mental problems. I, for one, don't feel the need to do it. Although I have watched other people be hypnotized. They did some pretty ridiculous things. And they had a grand old time. But I purposefully did not go with the hypnosis. Because I didn't want to deal with it. I had fun though. Psychology was a good class in high school. I slept through it in college though. And I passed. Yep. And nobody here but us chickens. Aha. I'm glad you don't turn it off. Not that I know how you would turn it off. I think the only way to turn it off would be to flip the breaker switch again. But I'm not completely sure on that. Real question. Do I feel like he's gone? We're gonna change out the battery. I think he's gone. The music kind of gives you hints on how far away he gets. But it's still nerve-wracking. Because sometimes the AI doesn't follow the way it's supposed to. This is the scary part, because you can see him beat down the door and walk in. And getting got under one of these beds, it turns your camera to look at them. Oh my god. So scary. Yep, I'm not here. Yeah. Luckily, the light kind of zooms in. Oh, I didn't check the last room for a battery. Oh, shit. He's coming this way. Oh, no. Bad loop. Bad loop to be stuck in. Oh my god. Oh. But yeah, I've watched a few speedruns of this game. And I kind of know my way around. I know that I dislike this area. I was stuck in this area for a long time. Keep it up. I got stuck over here for a long time. Because he kept looping the hallway I was in. I needed to go down. Open it. Don't. Oh, you dingus. Alright. Just gonna wait a minute. So the trick is, every time you hit one of the pumps or something, he immediately goes to your location. Because, like, I guess he can hear you turn it on or something. I don't really know. And he goes and he bashes down the door. That's what's going on. And then he'll go wander away. It's usually not too far. So, like, this last bit might turn into a chase scene. Because I gotta get all the way over past him. Because he's gonna get stuck in that hallway we just went down where we had to jump the first table. Which, there's a way to loop him. I'm just not great. And games are janky. But then you gotta get back and press the button. If he's in the room when you press the button, he sees you because you turn all the lights on. And then you gotta remember where you're going after that. But yeah, I got stuck in this room for like 3 hours once because he just wouldn't go away. I did not like it. I think we're safe. Also, I gotta remember to check for batteries. Oh, buddy. Jump it. This is where peeking comes in. Oh no! You don't see me, you don't see me. Oh, please tell me I'm safe. Oh, I almost puked. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, Jesus. No, no, no cat here. Ain't nobody here but us chickens. Ain't nobody here at all. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. I feel you, Miles. I feel you for sure. Alright. See what I mean? I probably shouldn't have just stood and stared at him, though. Also, I don't know why he wouldn't check both lockers. Like, he saw me. See, he just keeps looping, and I don't know any controls anymore. Oh, my soul. Spooky Scary Month. All month long. If you can't tell, it might take me a while to get through all these games. Outlast 2, mainly because I'm gonna get lost and get got a lot. This game, because I'm a chicken. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it now. Go away. Ugh. I don't like I'm probably safe. We're just gonna juke him. We can take a few hits. I'll live. But first, just to make sure he's not down the hall. We're just gonna take off down the hallway. Oh, crap. Oh my god, I can feel the fucking adrenaline. If I get down here, he'll go away. Oh, jeez. My brain literally goes fuzzy and my heart. Alright, we're gonna press the button and we're gonna head back to the security room, and that'll be it for this video. Because my heart can't take anymore. Is that me? Yeah. Maybe? I just don't know if he's down there. I can make it back over here pretty easy. Jump it. He's probably wandering around this room. Oh jeez, all the lights turning on, man. He didn't even see me. Oh yeah, we didn't close this door behind us. Yeah, I know, I killed like 5 batteries, man. Oh, after this, I'm YouTubing some therapy. Straight into my brain. I love how this sort of thing doesn't scare me, though. Like, oh yeah, he just, you know, tranked me. Those are probably the tranks they use on the other inmates, too. The real question is, how many of these dead people aren't actually dead? How many of them are just getting high? Leaving some very obvious blood smears for later. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, well, thank you all for coming to my video. I hope you had fun listening to me have heart attacks. I know I haven't screamed yet, as far as I remember. But I hope you're enjoying this video series, and I hope you come back for more. But yeah, until next time, have a tremendous day. Ooh, alright. Oh boy. See you in the next one.